Hello students, welcome back to your English class. Today we are going to learn the first poem of your literature reader book, that is Beehive for class 9. The poem Road Not Taken. The poem itself says about a road that is not taken by anyone. So, not taken by whom? Who has not taken this particular road? We are going to learn about this. In this poem, the poet tells that in our life, while growing up, we face various problems. Sometimes we succumb to the problem, sometimes we survive, right? So, if we succumb to the problem or we fail to the problem, that means we have chosen a wrong decision, we have taken a wrong decision, we have chosen a wrong path, right? But if we gain success, that means we have taken the right path. So that's the difference we need to understand in our life. And the poet is trying us to make us understand that we should take or do the correct decision in our life. We should take correct decision. We should make correct decision so that we can be successful in the future. So let's go on with the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that the passing there had owned them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the fast for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the differences. The poet here is saying that he was walking through a road. Just before a forest, the road diverged in two different ways. He looked at the first one for a long time, then at the second, and finally he decided to go through the second road. At the end of the day, he told that the second road which he had come through had made all the difference. What is the difference? What type of difference? Let's see. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. In a yellow wood, in a wood which is covered with autumn, the leaves are yellow. So the wood is yellow, it is compared to the autumn season. And sorry, I could not travel both. The poet is saying that he is sorry because he cannot travel on both the roads. And be one traveler, long I stood, as he was the one and only single traveler, as he was standing there and looked down as far as I could. He looked down the road as far as he could to where it bent in the undergrowth, to that particular place where the road turned into the undergrowth. Undergrowth means the small plants which grow beside the road. Then took the other, just as fair. Now he is looking the second one. Both are same and having perhaps the better claim, but to him, the second road was much better. It was having much better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear. Wanted wear means it wanted to be destroyed, means the road wanted more traveler to go through that path because that path was less traveled by. The path, the second one which the poet is saying, it was much more grassier, means very few people has gone through that. Though as for that, the passing there had owned them really about the same. Both the roads were taken by travelers and both were almost the same. Both the roads were same. But to the narrator, to the poet, the second road was much more claiming to him. And both that morning equally and that particular morning, both the roads were almost same because no one has traveled that particular morning before the poet. Both the roads were to be walked at first by the poet. Before the poet, no one has come to that particular road on that particular day. Oh, I kept the first one. Sorry. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Sorry, I left out one line. In leaves, no step had trodden black. The leaves were as it is. No steps were taken. No steps were trodden. No steps were trodden on the leaves so that they can be put into pulp. They can be put into black. So no one has walked through them. Oh, I kept the fast for another day. He kept the fast road for the another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, he knew that one road leads to another. If he had taken the fast, then after some time he may have gone through to the second. That was a possibility, but he had taken the second road, which one was more appealing to him. I doubted if I should ever come back. He doubted if ever he would come back, then he would take the fast road from here on. I shall be telling this with a sigh. He is saying now that with a sigh, he would be saying this. Sigh means a sigh of relief. Somewhere ages and ages hence, somewhere after many years, two roads diverged in a wood. He would say, what he would say? That in a wood, two roads diverged. Two roads moved in two different ways. And I took the one less traveled by. And I took the road which was less traveled by, which was more difficult, which was not taken by most of the travelers. And that has made all the difference. That I has taken the road which was less traveled by, that decision, that choice of my life had made a difference in the life of mine. When I am comparing my life with others, I can find that decision of mine had changed my life. Robert Frost. He is the poet, and thus the poem goes. I think you all have gone through this. So let's come to the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is very easy. It is about making the right decision. It is about the right choice. The central idea of the poem, the central message of the poem is to take the correct decision at the right point of time. Today, for example, you are going to school. In your school, there is an examination. Yesterday night, you were sitting and thinking, I have the full night to study or to sleep. You have two things, either to study or to sleep. And today, you will be having the exam. What you will do yesterday? Or what would you have done yesterday? If you have slept, then your exam would be bad. If you read, your exam would be good. So the choice is in your hand. The time is the place where you are standing. So you need to find out which is the right point of time, and in that right point of time you need to make the correct decision and you need to make the correct choice. If you make the correct decision and the right choice at correct point of time, then only you will be successful, or else you may have to suffer. So this is the theme of the poem. The poet is saying that he went there, that is the juncture of his life. His life was stranded at a certain point where he can move to the first road, that is he could have done anything else other than becoming a poet, but he chose the second road, that is the road of becoming a poet for him. And the road of becoming a poet has made all the differences in his life. At the end of his life, when he is about to die, he can say that at the beginning of my life, when I had two choices, I took the right choice of becoming the poet, and thus today I am here, and that's why I am so successful in my life, and that's why I have become successful in my life. So this is what the poet is wanting to say, that we need to make the correct decision, we need to take the right decision, and the right decision which we will be taking will make us happy, will make our life successful. So that's all. Go through the poem and the summary of it. Hope your all doubts will be cleared. Thank you and have a nice day.